Dude, the advice he gave me made me like $50,000 in 1 hour. A super fucking human. He just doesn't give up. He doesn't quit. He's one of the most well-known salespeople out there, sales trainers in the fucking country. Very impressive guy. Give it up for my guy, Max Jimenez, baby.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Closers Lab. My name is Max Jimenez, and I want to first say I apologize for starting late. I had to push this 15 minutes over. Usually we start at 10 o'clock Arizona time, 10 a.m. Arizona time sharp. So, but thank you for everyone for those of you that that were able to hold on and able to wait for me to start at 10:15 today. I'm excited, man. Like always, I love being on the show, talking about deals, talking about negotiations, talking about today. If you only attended the Tuesday one, today's a lot different. Today we're doing advanced negotiation strategies. You get to see them in practice, and we talk about what you can do to have a percentage of closing the deal. On Tuesdays, and again, I've said this before, I'm going to say this a couple of times until people get to figure out what the difference is. On Tuesdays, we're talking about the cold calling, some of the best strategies for cold calling. So, guys, what market are you guys tuning in from? Drop some fire emojis, drop some some thumbs up. Let's go. Let's get this show started. I got some great news today. I'm excited. Last night, let me bring up last night. Listen, we had 115 people register for the free Zoom call yesterday. And here's the thing, right? My mentor, Jim Rome, who's passed away, he's one of my mentors. If you guys don't know who he is, go look him up on YouTube. He's got unlimited just coaching. He said, what happens with a lot of people is when the idea is hot, when it's time to strike, that's when you need to take action. Because what happens is as soon as the idea is hot and you don't make the decision, it actually starts to get colder and colder and colder. It's exactly the same thing as sellers, right? When a postcard calls you, when a seller from a postcard, when a seller from PPC, when they call you, the idea of selling is hot, right? Remember, you're not the only ones that they're calling. You're not the only postcard. You're not the only PPC website they're on. So we had 115 people sign up, and I brought that up because only a percentage of signs attended. Now, that's expected. It's pretty normal, honestly, because what happens is that, hey, I like the idea of talking about getting better, but the commitment to be and to attend is a different thing. And this is what happens to us in sales. And I want to use this example because it happens to us even when we are talking to our prospects. We get emotionally high that we're going to talk to a prospect. We're going to negotiate. And then what happens is when we get on a call, right? Even the prospects, like I said, the idea, you got to strike when it's hot. You got to strike when it's hot, because what happens is that if you wait too long, if you look at the notes, these notes, this is not a prospect. This is not, same thing happens. But guys, it was an incredible call last night. It was amazing. Thank you for all 34 of you that attended. It was awesome. We went all out, man. We almost did like 2 hours. So let's see who's on here. Let's see. Tabidi, what's up, bro? How you doing? Abraham, always supporting the show. Tabidi as well. Appreciate you guys. Says patiently waiting for the #1 real estate telenovela. Oh, that's awesome. I appreciate that. The Closers app. Let's go. I'm assuming this is you, Ricardo, because you're the only one that says Facebook user, bro. Come on, fix your stuff, bro. I'm calling you out. Ken, what's up, bro? How you doing? Armando, let's go. Ariel, G, let's go. Greenville, South Carolina, in the house. Who's it? Javier, what's up, man? No need to explain the late start. It's all good, brother. It's all good. That's just my natural state. I'm not trying to impress no one by saying that. It's just who I am naturally. Juan, what's up, bro? Thank you for the fire emojis. Ricardo, again, he's tuning in from Mars, baby. Let's go. That's another level right there, man. That's another level. Listen, when you can tune in from Mars and your negotiations are out of this world, listen, that's another level right there. Houston in the house, H-Town, all the way from H-Town. Abraham Mendez, I'm dying. Yeah, me too, man. He's funny. New York, what up, New York? Get in the car, drink some water. Oh, no, that's Boston. Sorry, bro. I'm sorry, Abraham. Nathan, what's up, bro? From AZ. Reach out, bro. Let's go. Let's go to a sales appointment. Let's close some deals. What's going on, bro? Javier, LA in the house. Sebastian is all the way from Canada. He's from Canada. But dude, hey, listen. Sebastian is using a lot of these techniques. He's crushing it with this free stuff. It's amazing, man, what you can do when you take action on the little bit that you get. Let's see. AH says LA in the house. Mateo, let's go. El Cerrador is in the house. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Chema Esqueda says, ¿Qué onda? Your calls have me having my first 2 closings July 31st. What? Let's go, bro. Clap for you, brother. I appreciate that, man. That's what I like. That's what I love to hear. I love hearing that you're using these strategies. You're not just on here just to be on here, but you're actually taking it and implementing them and taking them and going out there and taking action, bro. Jared, what's up, bro? How you doing? Says, not sure why it shows as anonymous, but yes, Ricardo Rosal. I know it was you, bro. You're over here trying to be anonymous and stuff, man. Who are you hiding from? Let's see. Abraham said, yeah, talking about the telenovela. Everyone in H-Town needs to come to attendgrowth.com to see you, bro. Yes. Listen, guys, 24th through the 26th, my friend Ricardo Rosales actually has an event. Listen, the lineup is incredible. And for those of you guys that are part of the Closers Lab community, if you use the code Max Jimenez, and if you're in H-Town, if you're in Houston, listen, you need to attend this event. It's going to be amazing. The lineup, it's crazy. It's bonkers. It's just, man, it's amazing. I've seen the lineup, and I highly recommend attending. Like I said, if you're part of the Closers Lab community, you need to attend that event, attendgrowth.com. Make sure that you use the Max Jimenez as a promo code. And there's going to be a good discount for you guys. I don't do too much promotion on this event, but Ricardo's my friend. I've known him for a long time, and because he puts on a really good show, really good event. Sorry. And I highly recommend, especially if you're in Houston. Even if you're not in Houston, man, if you're in the surrounding area, you could drive there or take a quick flight there. You want to be there for these 3 days. The lineup is incredible. And also the, excuse me, what is it called? The speakers, the information that's going to be provided is amazing. So I'll be there too. Actually going to be presenting on Friday, Ricardo and I. So let's see. Ariel said, I'm from New York originally, Staten Island. Let's go. Staten Island, Little Rock, Arkansas. Let's go. Tabiti says, I missed the Zoom call yesterday. Is there a replay link? I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. That's why you got to make sure that when we are live, you jump on that, right? Because a lot of times I don't know if I'm going to release that. What I'm going to do probably most likely is going to send it out to those that registered. And I don't know, Tabiti, if you registered, but DM me, bro. DM me, and you and I can get together on that because I know you and I have worked the deal. So Abraham said, I'll be in Dallas this weekend. Who wants to meet up? Let me know. Let's do some calls together. So, guys, collaborate in the comment section. Abraham's a real deal. He's doing deals, and he's definitely looking to collaborate with someone. Ricardo said it is a show. Yes, it is. It is a show, obviously. Guys, if you were on that Zoom call last night, everybody that's on right now, drop some fire emojis, thumbs up. If you were on that Zoom call last night, I know there's a couple of you here. Javier said, I missed that Zoom call as well. Will there be more? Yeah, potentially. Listen, guys, you know that my whole model is not just to, my goal is to give back to the community as much as possible, but I'm also building a business. You got to understand that, right? So I don't know if I'm going to do those Zoom calls maybe once a week, maybe twice, or sorry, not once a week, once a month, or maybe once every other week or every other month. I'm not 100% sure. But if you registered, it's going to basically, you're probably going to end up getting it. I'm breaking it down in sections. But today I got a huge announcement. Listen, for all you guys that were on that call, I know that some of you reached out, and some of you guys that have been on here, right? Before I get to the calls, I do want to make this announcement. Some of you guys that have been on here listening to the calls, some of you that have, have maybe taken some of the strategies, like I can't remember who it was that said it earlier. Let's see, Chema said this is Chema, Sebastian, I think Abraham, a couple of you guys that have taken some of the things that I do here and started taking action on it are generating deals. Listen, the stuff that I talk about on here is enough. If you're a newbie, the stuff that I talk about here, the stuff that I show you is enough for you to go get deals. The problem is that you have to be the one to go take action, right? Nobody can do that for you. Stop worrying about having everything ready. Stop worrying about making sure that you have everything prepared, right? There's guys on here who are guys and gals that are taking action with the stuff that they're listening to, and they're getting results, right? Because it works. It works. And so that's the only thing, the missing piece, the difference between somebody who has the knowledge and then becomes wise is the one that takes action. You could be a knowledgeable fool, right? But you have to go take that action. So contract season worldwide, man, look at that name. I love that. I'm trying to find the email script. You have been bringing deals back from the dead. Shoot me a DM, bro, on Instagram, and I'll take care of you. My website should be up here probably next week or the week after. We're going to change some things. So Curtis says, I missed it too. Bro, if you registered, you'll end up getting it. Let's see. Chema says, when you come into Minnesota, Miss West area. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like I said, I don't just do this every single day. I'm building a team in the back, building an acquisitions team, building a disposition team with Ricardo. So it's right now, like, I have such a tight schedule, like boom, boom, boom. Once I get things rolling and stuff's to roll on its own, what I can tell you is that I'll have more availability. Sebastian, appreciate the fire emoji. So here's what I want to make this huge announcements. Two things. Number one, I have a private Facebook group. You won't find it. It's by invite only. What I want you guys to do today, right? Two things that I want you to do, and I'm going to announce what I want you guys to do if you want to be part of that. I'm gonna have you guys reach out to me, DM me, Facebook group. That way I can have somebody give you access to that. It's a private group. It's a private community that I want to build. And I want to invite all of you guys that have been part of the Closers Lab show for a long time. The second thing I want to announce today is that yesterday I got a lot of DMs, and I get a lot of questions on here is, Max, how do I build my sales process? Max, how do I do this? How do I build my scripts? How do I get better at negotiations? Now, I'm going to repeat what I said earlier is the stuff that I talk about on here is enough to get you to have success. The stuff that I tell you, that I show you guys on here, is enough to get you deals if you're just starting out. But to get to the level, if you're trying to get better, right? Because I said this yesterday on the call, you're always going to default to the highest level of what is it called? Experience, right? To the highest level of training that you have. And sometimes you can't get to that higher level without actually making an investment in yourself, right? And so, listen, I tell you guys all the time, I don't just get on here and wing it and do whatever, right? And make, let's see if it sticks, right? It took me a long time to get here, and a lot of you will get there eventually. But at the same time, I needed to invest in myself. As you grow and as you want to develop your skills more, as you want to basically, as you want to, what is it called? Get better at negotiations, you're going to have to make it cost money. You're going to have to make small investments, right? Because I did it. A lot of people that are on this call have done it. And that's the honest truth, right? And so I believe, though, again, I posted this on my Instagram 2 days ago. I said, I give more for free than what other guys charge for, because this is actual information that's applicable to 2022, especially since we're going into the the way the market is shifting, you need to get better at negotiations. You need to get better at this, what is it called? How to negotiate a deal, how to get better talking to sellers. It's definitely applicable for 2022. I don't read something and I don't, just come here and talk about it. I'm using it. You guys see me live using it as well. So with that being said, because I did have a lot of you asking me about that, asking me, how do I get better? How do I, how do I build my sales process around how the way you do it? And then, how do I build that framework, right? And so, yeah, you need to, right? Chema says you just have to put in the hours to do the mastering to master the craft. 100%. If you don't respect your craft enough, you won't get better at it, right? That's just the simple truth, right? You need to respect the craft and you need to take action. And like I said, I believe without fear of contradiction that I give more, that the stuff that I talk about here will give you success. You don't need to buy anything. If you're just starting out, you don't need to invest. But as you grow, Chema, as you want to get to the next level, like say you want to master the sales process, right? You want to master selling third parties with third party stories. You want to master, maybe having an advance agreement in place. Those are things that definitely require you to make an investment in yourself. So I know there's a lot of you on here that are new, which is, like I said, if you're new, continue to study these calls, continue to jump on those Zoom calls. That's why it's very important. There's enough free information. But here's what I want to do. I'm not going to announce this on Instagram, Facebook. I want to announce it here. And if you go to my Instagram, DM me, Facebook group, I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna send you an invite so you can be part of it. But what I want to do is I want to invite every single one of you that wants to maybe take their game to the next level. And you guys know that I don't do this. I don't pitch. I don't. I'm not in the business of that. I give back. But also, I want some of you guys, I know some of you are already prepared, right? Some of you guys that want to, this is not for everybody, right? This is not for everybody. Some of you guys that are prepared maybe to go to the next level, have an actual system in place. I want to make myself available to you guys a little bit more. I want to show you how to build a system, and things like that. So let me show you real quick what I have planned. So if you want to take your game to the next level, what I want to do is I have the Closers Lab system. And what I want to do starting July 6, 2022, I want to do a 3-week intensive virtual masterclass, right? This is going to be virtual. And I'm going to touch on this real quick and I'm going to move on from it because this is not for everybody. Listen, if you're thinking like, oh, Max now wants us to pay for a service. No. If you don't have money right now to invest, use that money for marketing, guys. Listen, if you don't have money for marketing and then to invest in your tools, don't worry about it. Each class will be 2 hours long, and then you'll get all the recordings. But here's the cool thing is that you're going to have access to me, right? You're going to have access to me and my network as well too, and then obviously to the Facebook group. So what that looks like is starting July 6th, which is on a Wednesday. It's going to be 3 weeks, and then basically it's going to be a very intensive virtual masterclass. And I'm going to show you guys the agenda really quick. What this is going to be about, and I'm going to and again, if you're only if you're looking to take your game to the next level. If you're new, keep studying what I teach you on here. Keep studying what you're learning from my calls, right? So what is the agenda? So the first agenda, week 1, is the importance of a sales system. Guys, you're going to work with me one-on-one. Why have a sales system? You're going to see my sales system flow. You're going to get all my scripts, and then we're going to do Q&A for the 2 hours. And then right after that, you're going to get the recording. So you're not going to wait till we're all done. So right after the call, that way you can go back and study it. And also you're going to get access to me, right? So you're going to get access to me on, with my number as well too. And my network. Week 2, we're going to move into advanced negotiation strategies. We're going to talk about how to actually do bonding and report, advanced agreements. I'm going to help you build your own advanced agreements, and then we're going to do Q&A. That right there is a lot, and you're going to learn what's the strategy behind when I build rapport with the people that I talk to on here. And then the 3rd week, we're going to talk about advanced negotiation strategies. We're going to continue. I'm going to teach you exactly how to use third-party stories for selling, how to come up with your own third-party stories. What is the basis of third-party stories? And then getting price and timeline, which is huge. I know a lot of you guys are what do you call it? Are always asking for that. And my favorite, which is next steps. What happens after we get the contract? What is it that we do, right? And then we'll do some Q&A. So those are going to be, it's pretty heavy. That's why I call it an intensive. It's an intensive class because it's pretty heavy. And again, maybe you're not at this level yet. Maybe what I'm like Chema, like Abraham, like Sebastian, those guys are taking what they're learning here. And they're basically, they're still crushing. They're still negotiating with sellers. They're still getting deals. This is more if you want to have a system in place so you can continuously rinse and repeat, and don't veer off that system. Now, I might throw a bonus in there. You never know, but you won't know until you actually come up. I only want to do this for 20 people or less because I want this group to be small. I want it to be intimate. I don't want to give my phone number to 100 people. Let's just put it that way, okay? I don't want to give my phone number to 100 people. Only 20 people are going to – I want to keep the group small. So how do you find out more about this? So again, I want to start this July 6th, July 6th, which is on a Wednesday. It's going to go for 3 weeks. You guys saw the agenda for the 3 weeks. What I want you to do, guys, if you have any questions, if you want to know a little bit more about it, we'll jump on a call if you want. That way I'm not hiding anything. There's no upsell in there. There's nothing. It's black and white there. And so send me a DM through Instagram and basically, and then what you can do is send me a DM, interested. Just send me a DM. It's real simple. Interested in the intensive, just something like that. And then you and I, if you want, we can jump on a call because I want to keep this very small. We're starting July 6th. I don't want to grow this thing more than 20 people. And I'm not, again, you guys know how I am. I don't come back and say, hey, I opened up 5 more seats. I'm not doing that. Even though it's virtual, we can fit up to 100 people. But honestly, I don't want 100 people to have my phone number. I don't want 100 people to be on the call because it does not help anybody, right? I want it to be very, what is it called? Very small, very intimate. So that way we can help each other and help you build a sales system. So that way you can be unstoppable in this market. So send me a DM through Instagram. If you're interested, I'll send you more information, how it works. Send me a DM through Instagram, interested. In the what is it called? In the intensive virtual masterclass, guys, I'm going to open up my play where you're going to see, again, week 1, you're going to see my sales system flow. You're going to get all my scripts. Second week, we're going to talk about high-level bonding report, high-level advance agreements. We're going to build your advance agreements. And then week 3, I'm going to show you the exact about third-party stories, how to build them. What's the story behind the third-party story, how to get price and timeline, so you can set up your sales process and your sales funnel. So, all right, enough talking. Let's go ahead and let's get started. Like I said, if you are interested, shoot me a DM on Instagram. Interested in the intensive, so that way I can send you more information about it, and you guys get to know, and that way you guys can attend. Again, I'm not going to announce this on Instagram. It's only for my live calls. Obviously, people are maybe watching. I don't know. But I'm not doing any posts or anything. I want to present this to you guys, the viewers. And again, send me a DM through Instagram that you are interested in this, and then I'll send you the information, the link, and that way you get more information about it. So, all right, let's get rocking and rolling. Don't get serious on me, guys. Let's go. We're here for one reason, right? We're here to talk to sellers so you guys can listen to some high-level negotiation strategies. Don't get serious on me. I just wanted to put it out there because I know there are individuals. The only reason why I'm doing this is because there's some of you that are actually wanting to get better genuinely, right? And I think, I just want to make sure that I'm listening to you guys. I'm only putting stuff out for you guys that are just starting out. Like I said, don't worry about it right now if you can't invest. Don't get caught up in that. There's enough information on my YouTube channel that can give you success for free and on the Zoom calls. You just got to make sure you be on there. So today, I think we have a couple people that submitted leads. Guys, if you have any questions, again, about the intensive, DM me on Instagram, interested in the intensive, and I'll get all the information over to you guys. So let's get this party started. Who's ready to talk to some sellers? Drop some fire emojis, some thumbs up if you guys are ready for some seller conversations. And let's see if we get yelled at, if we get cussed out. Let's find out what is the deal with the seller. So, guys, I'm excited. Actually, if you're here in Phoenix today, I'm going to be at the Wholesale Sharks event. So if you're in Phoenix, come up and say what's up. Okay. If you watch the Closers Lab and you are in Phoenix and you definitely want to come by and to the Wholesale Sharks event. So that way, you can come and say hello. So guys, thank you for the fire emojis. I appreciate it. Abraham, thank you guys. Javier, appreciate you. Angel, I appreciate it. Thank you, Claudio, as well too. Sebastian said, when are you coming to Toronto? I don't know, bro. We'll see. Let's put a meetup there, and then we can talk about it. Brian said, right, how much? I'm in. Send me a DM, bro. I'll get you all the information that you need. I already spent a lot of time talking about it, and I know you guys are here to hear me talk on the phone, so I really appreciate it. So let's get started. Let's see, who are we calling first? Okay, here we go. Perfect. All right, so let's see. Our first person on the calls is Misty. Let's see. Okay, let's call Misty.
Hello, you've reached Evans. Please leave a message.
All right, so that didn't sound like Misty. That sounded like Mister. Maybe, who knows? Maybe the name is Misty. Let's see. Make sure. I want to make sure I dialed the right number. Yep, I did. Let's try it back again.
Hello, you've reached Evans. Please leave a message.
All right, so I don't know. That's it looks like that might be the wrong number. So let's see. Let's call Adam. No, Joseph. Let's call Joseph. Guys, make this interactive. Remember, this is a live show. Drop your questions, your concerns. Even though we haven't had any calls, anything that you're going through that I can help you walk through, any situation that you got going on, any appointments that you have coming up, I want to make this engaging. Collaborate in the comment section. Make sure that you're getting your questions answered. I want to make this very interactive. One of the things that I don't like is just talking at you guys. I love the interaction, making sure that you're getting your questions answered. And again, I've said this before on the lives, is there's no stupid question, only stupid people because they didn't ask the question, right? So I just want to encourage you to ask questions. It doesn't necessarily have to apply to the calls that I'm having or that I'm doing, but situations that you may have going on in the negotiations. Maybe you're going through something with the seller. I can help you answer. Go ahead and let's drop those questions in there so I can help you get to those. So, all right, let's see. Let me call this next seller, Joseph.
You reach Michael. I'm not here right now. Leave me a message and I'll get back to you later. Bye.
Sounds like some of these are wrong numbers. Guys, when you guys are putting in, I think Abraham, that was your lead. It says Joseph, but that sounded like a what is it called? a Michael. So let's try it back, see what happens. Yep, that's the right number.
You reach Michael. I'm not here right now. Leave me a message.
All right, so that they didn't answer. Let's see. Let's call this one Lori.
You've reached.
All right, no answer there. Okay, let's go back. Let's see, Daryl. Let me try that number again, Abraham. Because you said that you spoke with him yesterday. Yeah, I called him twice though. He didn't pick up, but let's see, called Charlie. Charlie boy.
Hello.
Hello, Charlie.
Yes.
Hi, Charlie. It's Max. I'm calling you because you had spoken to a teammate of mine about your property over on Wabash Avenue. So you might be considering selling that one.
Okay.
Okay. Probably caught you at a bad time.
No, I think we've had this conversation before.
Have we?
Or you should talk to not then your partner should give you all the intel.
Yeah, I don't remember talking to you.
No, you might not have. Then if your partner talked to me, you're out of Arizona, right?
Yeah, correct. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. I'm in Arizona right now. I told you I was going on vacation.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I tried. I ended up right. I do remember. I ended up contacting, but I wasn't able to get a hold of you. So I don't know if you got a message from me or not.
I don't know.
Okay, got it. So you're in Arizona right now.
Yep.
How long would you be in Arizona?
I'm driving through it. I just left Flagstaff. I'm driving through it to go to Colorado.
Oh, okay, got it. So let me do this. Because you'll be on vacation for a couple of days, I think it was, correct?
I'm gone for this weekend, so we could do it until Monday, correct?
Okay, perfect. I'll make sure to notate that. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Yeah. So it looks like this lead got submitted again. Yeah, I tried calling him on Thursday and he never picked up. So this guy's, you could tell he's just driving. He's driving everywhere. So, and I do remember that call now. But for some reason, it looks like this lead was inputted twice. Let's see. But I do remember calling him. Let me see. Let me look at some of your questions because they're coming in a lot, and I want to make sure I get back to it. So, Nathaniel said, "Which dialer do you use?" I'm not sure if Batch was to do voicemail. I don't know. I know they've updated it. I haven't used Batch in a while, but we were Call Tools 2.0 we were using. That's a really good one. I know Mojo does it as well. The problem is Mojo's not a great dialer. If you're new, it's good to start with. But if you want to have a little more advanced, Call Tools 2.0. And then Zendial, I think it was. They changed their name. I can't remember the name now. They changed their name. That's another one as well, too. So, but if you want, I don't know if Batch drops voicemails, honestly, to be frank with you. Javier says, I was speaking with a seller who has their aunt buried on the property. What? I know that would be a concern for a retail buyer, but is there any legal concerns to consider? He said it was done legit. Yes and yes. So definitely need to figure out like how that process looked like, where what were the Because I don't think I've ever. I mean, I know some of you guys that are on here live. I don't know if you ran into this situation. I haven't, but I'm pretty sure there's got to be some concerns when it comes to that. And I believe you also have to disclose that when you sell the property. That's not something you cannot tell people. It's kind of like if it's almost like if when there's like a murder or a death in the house, that has to be disclosed. As far as a burial, that's something different because if it's done legally, if it's done the right way, possibly could be done. But you have to disclose it to your buyer. Again, I've never ran into the situation, so this is a new one for me, Javier. For you guys that are watching, any way we can help Javier out on this question because I've never negotiated a property where someone's actually buried on the property. So, Tabiti says, I have a seller that says they need to clear title before selling. Having an issue with a quick deed. Hope not too vague, but can you explain a quick deed? Quick claim deed. I mean, are they wanting to do things out of outside of title? I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Personally, honestly, I prefer not to do anything outside of title because of that same issue, right? If they're already having issues to clear title, the problem is that with the quick claim deed is that I mean you could get title insurance, but I don't think so. That's the one thing that's why I always want to go through title because I want to get title insurance on the deed. And so what happens is that if they sell me the property and somebody for something happens and there's an actual error, so somebody else that's got interest on the property, you want to make sure that you're protected. This way you're not protected. That's my opinion. I prefer to do everything through title, not quick claim deed. So what I would say for something like that, when the seller, I mean, just I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to clear title. Sound like they don't want to go through the title. You may want to tackle that issue first. What's the concern? What's the objections of them not wanting to go through a title company? Let's see. Bradley said, what list are you currently using in your business that you're having the most success with? You know what? It's a list. The list that actually what I'm calling today is actually your leads. You guys are the leads that are basically submitting. But the leads that I've seen most success with are actually ones that aren't available for the public in general. And what I'm talking about is there's a list source called 8020, and then the other one's called Dantic. And so what happens, they only license certain individuals and they're based off behavioral traits and criteria. Now, what I'm seeing, where I've seen besides those two though, is where I've seen success is if you stack your list, those are the best lists you're going to have success with, right? And what I mean with stacking, I talked about this last night because they had the same question. Guys, there's no list that's better than another. They're all that, what gives you success is consistency. Because if you call, let's say, a very niche list, and I call that same, and you stop following up, you don't call anymore, and then I call because I'm relentless. Well, what's going to happen is I'm going to get the deal. We're always looking for, that list that's going to give us the best success. That dialer that's going to work best for us. What's going to give you the best success is consistency, and being relentless, following up with the leads. That's what's going to give you success. And so, obviously there's going to be lists for certain things like a high equity. You want to have your filler list, right? You have your high equity, you have your what is it called? Absentee. So those are going to be your big list. And then you're going to niche and start to get like your, pre-foreclosures, liens list, inheritance, HOA liens. And then what you want to do is you want to stack those. So that means that you're going to talk to one individual that has multiple distress situations going on. Situations, remember? And I said this yesterday, situations are not motivation. You got to be careful with that. So hopefully that helps, Bradley. Sebastian, appreciate the fire emojis. Zen is now ready mode. Yes, that's the name. I couldn't remember, but I knew it and knew it had changed. Mateo, appreciate it. Ariel said that's creepy. Yeah, I've never bought a property with someone that's what is it called? Buried in the yard. That's creepy, man. Just creepy. You guys see what I did there, right? It's creepy. Walter Loteros, yo Max, always with amazing value. Thank you, Walter. I appreciate it, bro. Sebastian says, is it typically the same week that our leads get called? If yes, so if it's from Thursday to Thursday, I just called your lead actually, and she didn't pick up. So if you submit them from, let's say, then like after this call, they won't get called till Thursday. But here's what's cool. is I'm working with Ricardo. We're gonna build a high performance system where we're gonna have multiple people calling them, pounding the phones, and trying to get those under contract. And I'm actually training those people personally, so that way they have the highest success. So hopefully that brings some comfort. As when they are submitted, I think I answered that one already. I actually disqualified him though. No biggie. Yep. I got an appointment with an advance agreement sent in 2 hours. Beautiful. I love it. Walter says, what do you think, Max, what do you think for a company to provide acquisition manager minimum of new leads daily to have successful business? So it just depends. What I'm seeing generally, an acquisitions manager can handle, needs to have at least minimum 2 leads per day, brand new, including their follow-ups. And then maximum, I'm seeing like 5 leads. So between 2 and 5 daily. And we're talking about qualified leads, prospects. We're talking about people that already talked to the cold caller. They raise their hand. Potentially, if you have a lead manager, that's another qualification. That's probably at the high end. And I'm doing I actually did this. What is it called? When you do when you ask the question, a poll. And I'm seeing the average is between minimum 2 and then maximum 5 per day. That's really what they can handle, because you got to remember, they also have to do follow-up. They don't get the deal on the first call, so you can't give them too much. So hopefully that helps. Shawnee, talking with a seller who has a land lot. He asked for a price. I offer a price range, but prior to pain and motivation, seller wants a call back next week. But what's the best way to regroup? Yeah, that's a good question, right? Because it does happen. One of the ways I would start the conversation is I would ask him like, hey, hey, it's Shawnee. I'm calling you because we had a call scheduled on the calendar. And then you want to ask him, hey, is 10 to 15 minutes still a good time? We're setting up an advance agreement for that call. And then the next question should be this: what do you remember from the last call that we had? What do you remember from the last call that we had? Because you're not the only, remember, Shawnee, you're not the only one talking to him, right? It's a lot more people. So I would start there. Don't jump into what you believe was the last thing that, that you talked about. Ask them that question. What was the last thing that you remember that we talked about? Because what's going to happen is that it's going to get them to tell you what they remember, and then you can start your conversation from there. And then what you could do is, hey, do you mind if I share with you how these calls typically go? And then you start over again. But I would say that'll help you a lot to basically get the call going. So he said, let's call Lori. Yep. Let's see. Consistency will give you the best results equals new model. 100%. Consistency and relentlessly, right? I have a couple of books here, Winning, and then obviously Jocko, right? Discipline equals freedom. I'm a big believer in that. Lori is from Canada. My partner submitted that lead. Yes. I tried calling, but no one answered. So, all right. Answered all your questions. Let's get back on the phones. Let's see if we can talk to someone, man. We need a conversation, because that's what makes the show interesting. I mean, besides your questions, you guys are asking some very, very good questions. I appreciate that. And I love answering your questions also. I don't remember if I talked to this guy, Thomas, but let's see. Let's see if he picks up.
You've reached North. Leave me a message and I will get back to you. Thank you.
All right, let's see. I'm calling him right back.
You've reached North. Leave me a message.
All right, so no. Let's see. Let's try Joe now. Keep your questions coming, everyone. They're great questions. I love it. All right, we're doing the double call today on everybody. This might get interested if he answers. A New Jersey seller. All right.
Please leave your message for
Johan Ronnie.
Hello, Johan. It's Max. Calling about your property over at 18 Vine Street. I'm calling you because cliffhanger. All right, so I already called him. Called this person. Cliffhanger voicemail. How many of you guys are using that cliffhanger voicemail? Drop a fire emoji if you're using it. And then let me know if it's worked for you guys. I know there's a couple of you guys that love that strategy, the cliffhanger voicemail. And let me know if it's worked for you. If you had people call back with it, let me know what you think about it. And if you are using it in your strategy, if you are using it in your arsenal, I think you should. It's really great because it gets people's curiosity going and to see who it is. So let me know in the comment section if you guys are using it. So let's see. Walter said all day, cliffing it, everyone. Yep. Nathaniel's fire emoji is using it as well, man. That's awesome. It's a great strategy because, again, it creates curiosity and you get that call back as well, too. Another thing, too, is don't be afraid to have multiple numbers to call from. Sellers sellers are, once they have your number, they either block you, right? So don't be afraid to switch numbers, and you're going to see that they will pick up with another number as well, too. So Tabiti's using it too. Awesome, man. Abraham, definitely.
your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging.
All right, let's see a call right back on that one.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 60957128994 is not available. The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
Oh man, mailbox is full. Come on, bro. Clean your mailbox. I want to leave you the cliffhanger voicemail. Angel said, what service do you use for your phone numbers and how much does it cost? CallRail. I love CallRail. There's a bunch of systems, but you asked what I use. CallRail is definitely my go-to when it comes to, and I believe you get tracking, you get recordings, you get IVR, which is press one if you want to do this, blah, 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 all that stuff. And it's 10 numbers. I believe it's like $45 or something a month. It isn't bad. They do, however, only give you so many minutes. So if you want to limit it, that's not one of them. But if you want really high quality, CallRail is definitely high quality. Carlos, what's up, bro? I'm glad you're on, man. Carlos is out of California. He's a real deal. If you guys want to collaborate with him, if you're in California, Carlos, what market are you at exactly? I don't remember. But I know that Carlos is doing some great things out there, and he's got a solid, legit business as well too. So, Ross, what's up, bro? I use that cliffhanger voicemail and love it. Even busy investors give a ring back just out of curiosity. Thank you, Max. You're welcome, man. That's freaking awesome. I love hearing that because it's true. Again, you know, somebody calls me and they're like, "Hey, I'm calling about your property at 123 Main Street, and I'm calling you because click." I'm like, "Wait a minute, what's going on? I got to give that call back." So, man, I love that you're using that. Let's see. Walter says, "Cliffhanger, hey Joe," and hang up. They call back almost every time. Yeah, guys, this is the cliffhanger voicemail. You can create your own. Like it's could be as simple as "Hey Joe," and then hang up, or "Hey Joe, it's Max," hang up. However you want to do it, as long as it's not longer than don't let it be like a traditional voicemail. It's got to be something catchy, something quick, something that's like that gets their attention and basically creates that pattern interrupt. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Walter, as well too. Sebastian says, "Lucky that you guys have list. I'd be calling those all day long if I had those." Yeah, you're not the first person to say that, Sebastian, out of Canada. It's interesting to hear that when I hear that from individuals because we're so man, and I love that you bring that up because talking about here we get so comfortable and we get so comfortable to the point where like I need the best list to have what is the best list to have most success? You're an individual, a prime example of who doesn't have a list at all, right? Who can't buy lists. Canada, you can't buy lists of distressed people. Here, I can walk up to a title company, get a list for free, maybe even skip trace, depending on the relationship, and I can call with my cell phone. And if I'm consistent and I'm relentless, I know that I'm gonna get a deal, right? So I challenge everyone that's on here is let's not focus on looking for the list that's going to give you more success, but let's focus on creating consistent action and relentlessly going after that deal, right? And get into the sifting and not convincing mode, so you're able to talk to the right prospects in those lists. But Sebastian, you're a prime example of that, and you send me the DMs through Instagram, brother. You're and the screenshots to prove it. Like you're taking action, you're implementing the stuff that's on here, and it's freaking incredible, bro. I love it. And it reminds me of me because when I first started, I didn't have. There was no same thing. Cold calling wasn't that prevalent when I first started. What I was doing is I was going at 11:30 at night, putting out bandit signs with my son. Right. And then the other thing I would do too is write letters or print letters, one of the two. And then my daughter would stuff them in the envelope, and then they would put the stamps on, and then I would pay them some money. So there's no excuse, especially right now. There's so much information that you can take, and that may be the problem because there wasn't that much information that you can take enough action free, especially here on the Closers Lab, that you can take and execute and have success with it. So yeah, I mean, I could only imagine if we were in a situation where we couldn't buy list. We take that for granted sometimes, for sure. Bradley says, Carlos, what's your IG? I want to connect. Carlos, there you go, bro. Hopefully you're still on. Let's continue the calls. Let's see if we can get somebody on the phone. We haven't talked to absolutely no one today, and I'm hungry for a conversation. You got to be hungry for a conversation. You got to be hungry for a deal. Remember that. I got asked the other day. It's like, I make calls for an hour a day, and I'm like, an hour a day, brother? That's nothing, right? I do my follow-ups for an hour a day. Like, bro, you got to be relentless, especially if you're just starting out. An hour a day is not a lot. You're gonna have to block out 2-3 hours possibly to get some good conversations going. So, and I'm not knocking the effort is there, but you got to step it up a notch, especially in this market.
Hello.
Hello, Alberto.
Hello.
Hey, Alberto.
Who's this?
Hey, Alberto, it's Max. I'm calling you because you had spoken to one of my team members about your property on North 14th Street. Said you might be considering selling it.
I told them the price. They never came back. I don't know. I kept fixing it.
Oh, okay. Are you going to list it on the market, or what's going on with that?
I'm gonna list it once it's done.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I was gonna sell it how the way it was, and I already did most of the construction. I did the demolition. I did right now. I just took all the trees from the back. I just took whatchamacallit. I have a little bit more left. Like I just took off the garage. I'm doing the garage right now at the moment.
Man. Okay.
I tried to sell it before I started all this, but
yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense, man. It's all good. So how many projects a year do you take on?
I have 4 projects right now at the moment.
Okay, you're probably too busy to look at new projects.
To look at new projects?
Yeah.
Why, you have something?
I might have some stuff. It looks like you're out of the New Jersey area, right?
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. So, I mean, we always have projects, and one thing that I like to do is connect with people, build relationships. And if you're not too busy to take on new projects, I love to see how you and I can work together.
Oh well, yeah. I have a team already, and
okay.
I have my architect, and
beautiful.
I have my contractors that's ready to go.
Nice.
Right now, I'm finishing up a house right now. As we speak, it should be done this week. I have another house that should be finished by next week.
Beautiful.
So I'm gonna be down to 2 houses now. The one I have there, and the one and then there's another one I have in East Orange.
Okay.
As well. So I mean, you could definitely send me anything, and I'll look over it. I mean,
well.
I can't.
Yeah. No, what I want to do though, Alberto, is, I mean, because you know what happens is people put you on a list, and then you obviously get stuff that don't even match, right? And so, and it's the waste of your time, right? And I just don't want to do that. So what is your all-in price as far as like buying and rehab?
All-in prices depend on the rehab. I can't give you a price without me looking at the job.
No, that makes sense. But what's your average like purchase price? Is there, or you just look at everything?
Well, I look at everything. If it makes sense with the money, then that's what makes sense.
Okay, I respect that. That makes sense.
That's basically it. If it makes sense with the money, like you are the guy that you are calling for somebody else, somebody a company, right?
Yeah. Basically, I'm.
So you work for the company, so the company, like the same way, the company's gonna tell you, yeah, we'll go call people and find out, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't make sense for the money dollar, it doesn't make sense to them. They won't go in at all.
Yeah, of course. And then typically when you're buying these, are you cash, your own cash, or are you using hard money? What does that look like?
I'm using my own cash.
Your own cash. Okay, perfect. And then
everything right now in this 144 North 14th Street, I'm already in 350, 400,000.
Okay. Got it. So let's pretend I had an opportunity or a deal tomorrow. What's the soonest that you're able to close if title's clear, numbers make sense, and everything looks good to you?
For the 144?
Yeah.
I mean, I could close as soon as possible. Like I'll give you a 10-day closing. As soon as possible.
Okay. That's awesome, man. I appreciate it. I think I found my new buyer there just because we're starting to buy more in New Jersey, and I want to connect with some real people and not daisy chainers. That makes sense?
Yes, I understand.
Yeah. So, well, what I'll do is, Alberto, I will save your number, and then as soon as an opportunity is presented, I have your direct number. I'm assuming this is your cell phone. Then I'll shoot it over, text you, and then you let me know, hey, Max, you know what? This deal sucks. I won't take offense to it.
No, not at all.
Yeah. So, and it's just part of business, right? It doesn't work for me.
100%. You can't be mad at it. It's business.
Exactly. Well, Alberto, like I said, as soon as I get that opportunity, I got you first on the list, and I'll text you over the info, okay?
All right. Thanks, man.
Awesome, man. Thank you. Bye.
All right.
All right. So not a seller, but a real deal buyer. I mean, what do you guys think about that, right? It's those things that you got to be conscious of, right? It's understanding who you're talking to, understanding the conversation. I just converted, somebody that was supposed to be selling the property. He probably had too many projects to dump, he had probably too many projects going on. That's what it sounded like. And then what happened is that, he wanted to dump one, but it sounded like he was like, hey, let me get back in. I'm committed to this. So let me know what your thoughts are, converting him. He's obviously going to be a buyer now. We officially know that he's doing projects there, right? Based on what the conversation we just had. Sounds like a real straightforward guy too, so that's always good. Let me know what you guys thought about that conversation, the conversion from, hey, I'm calling to buy your property. Now I'm making you a buyer. So Abraham said, it's not about the best list. It's about to be on the phones and the right time with the right seller. 100%, man. It's 100% correct. Juan said, I love how you say, hey, Alberto, it's Max. Was that a way of finding out if you felt more comfortable speaking in Spanish? No, I mean, honestly, no, it's not. It was just me, just the way I was basically, talking to him. That's it. Just like on Tuesday, you guys heard on Tuesday, right? It's like, this is Mr. Thompson. I said, hey, Mr. Thompson, this is Mr. Max. It's just little things that you learn. Again, like I said, it's I don't do stuff just to wing it. It's little strategies that you pick up. But sometimes they will respond in Spanish and maybe they do feel more comfortable, but intentionally, if I did that intentionally, no, it's just in the conversation. Sebastian said, regarding testimonials, I asked a question yesterday about those. Do you get them when the property's tied up conditionally? So let's see. Regarding testimonials, I asked a question yesterday about those. Do you get them when the property is tied up conditionally? So the way we've gotten testimonials from people that we've never done deals with, Sebastian. Honestly, if you go look at our, the testimonials that we have on Google, there's probably a chance that there's around 5 or 6 of them that we never did a deal with, but we built such good rapport that what happens is that they trust us, right? They feel comfortable. I said this, and guys, if you sign up for that 3-day wholesale intensive, one of the things you're going to learn throughout the classes is that I'm going to talk about how I'm more focused on getting the prospect to trust me and to feel comfortable to do business with me, not to like me. And you guys have heard this on here is when I've had a prospect tell me, Max, I really like you. I want to do business with you. Hey, may I share something with you? I don't want you to like me. And they're like, what? What do you mean by that? I want you to trust me and I want you to feel comfortable doing business with someone like myself. And they're like, well, I respect that. I like that even better. So same thing with the testimonials is how good are you building rapport that they feel comfortable enough to do the review for you, regardless if the transaction was completed, whether it's conditionally under contract, whether you haven't closed yet, or even after closing, ultimately comes down to how comfortable the seller is with you, and hopefully that helps. Ross said this buyer is right in my area in northern New Jersey. Small world, bro. Shoot me a DM. I'll get you over his contact information. Maybe we can start working with him and do some deals, or send me your deals and I'll sell it to him. What daisy chain up? No, I'm just kidding, brother. I'll get you over his information if you want, brother. If you want to do some deals with him. Let's see. I started off with cold calling with this new job. Now I'm a lead manager, but I want to take it to the next level, Max. Help me get there. So good trajectory. Start as a cold caller. I'm a big believer in that. You got to do stuff yourself. When you start as a cold caller, your next one should be lead manager. When you transition over to acquisition manager, it's a whole nother ball game, right? Because now you're negotiating. Now you're talking about numbers, timelines. I would say the one thing is that you don't have to be aggressive shark, but you got to be comfortable asking for the sale. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me elaborate on that a little bit. What I want when an acquisitions person is, I want them to follow a structure, a sales system, right? Because then I can plug someone in there. The problem is that when you plug someone into a sales system, that sales system at some point is going to say, Fernando, it's time to ask for the sale. Stop chit-chatting. That's where a lot of people struggle, is there's going to have to be prospects that need to be closed. And I'm not talking about hard close, maybe hard close. We don't know. And that's where a lot of people that transition from cold caller to lead manager to acquisitions position is they're very hesitant and even sometimes afraid to ask for the sale. What I mean ask for the sale is move the sale forward closer to an agreement, because you can build rapport all day, but you definitely aren't gonna you're not going to get anywhere. So that I would practice on individuals that are not high priority on how to, asking for the sale. Hey, if I was able to do that, what happens next? Are you ready? Are you ready to make a commitment today? Or when do you feel comfortable putting things in writing? Start practicing that aspect of it, because I'm pretty sure that you already got the bonding and report down since you were a lead manager. But the next phase is going to be you're going to have to ask for the sale or make the prospect give it up. That's my go-to. Make the prospect give up the sale by asking strategic questions. So hopefully that helps. Tabiti said, can you talk about asking questions from a negative approach? You probably want more properties, because what happens, I want them to correct me, right? I want the prospect, if you read the book, Can't Teach a Kid to Ride a Bike at a Seminar, that's the approach, right? Is negative reverse selling. It's called negative reverse selling. So what I'm doing is I'm going negative on him, because he's going to be like, what do you mean I don't have time? You heard him. He overreacted, because it's an assumption that you're making when it's an assumption statement in a negative reverse way, so they can come basically positive, right? Because if I come up to positive, look, man, I got projects for you. Do you want to take on some more projects? He's probably going to be like, man, I don't want nothing from this guy. So I'd rather take the approach where I make an assumption where I go negative, so he's the one that's more positive than me. He's the one that's got to get excited about the opportunity, right? And it's called, look up again, read the book, Can't Teach a Kid to Ride a Bike at a Seminar by David Sandler. And it talks a lot about negative reverse selling, how you could do it, and then what's the approach behind it. So Sebastian, appreciate the fire emojis. You guys probably like that transition, smooth transition. Thank you, Nathaniel. Angel said, can I DM you and get the info as well? Yes, you can do that. Abraham said verbal agreement. Yeah. Verbal agreements are great because you know what the seller stands at. So, all right, let's get back on the phones. Let's see. Let's see if we can call Kathy.
Hello.
Hi, I'm trying to reach Kathy.
Kathy?
Yes.
Wrong number.
I am so sorry. Thank you. Make sure I dialed the right number. Oh, okay, I see what I did. I was off by one digit. He's like, wrong number.
Hi, you've reached Kathy. Sorry I missed your call.
All right, we're doing double dial. Let's go.
Hi, you've reached Kathy. Sorry I missed your call. Please leave a number and some detail, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Kathy, it's Max. I was calling about your property, 31B Yorkshire Court. All right. Let's see. Oh, we read that comment already. Just started Can't Teach a Kid. Yes, 2 days ago. Awesome, bro. There you go. I think that it's a good book to have and to read. And then once you're done with that one, go read Asking Questions the Sandler Way. That's a great book. Christopher said, ring a ding ding. I got something locked up this morning and I'm calling while tuning. Let's go, baby. I love it. I love it, Christopher. Double tap. Always double tap, man. It's what do you call it works 8 out of 10 times for sure. Javier said Waters just finished the audiobook and bought the hard copy. Yeah, it's great. You got to study it. That's one you can't just read one time. It's a book that you definitely have to study and then come back on here and you're going to see why I use certain strategies, right? It's not something that you can just read and be like, because you're going to be really confused because it's definitely a different way to approach sales when it comes to selling. So, all right. So I call Kathy, no answer. Let's see. Let's call Kim Weeks. Need a conversation. Stop hiding, people. This will be interesting. She wants proof of funds before talking about the property.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
All right. Let's see. So we already dialed that number.
I'm sorry, the person you were trying to reach has a voicemail.
All right, no answer. Let's move on. I want to see if we can get a hold of someone. I don't know if I talk to this guy. Let's see. No one's picking up today. Interesting. All right, let's find out if this is somebody that will pick up for us. Let's see. Let me know if you guys did I lose you guys or am I off? I think I lost signal. Let me check. Let me know if you can still see me and hear me. For some reason, I know some of you have lost signal. Let me know if you can still put a thumbs up, fire emoji if you can still see me or hear me. I think I've gotten some messages and they just came over and told my wife that signal was lost, but let me know. All right, so Maximo said I had to refresh. Shawnee said it blinked out for a second, but you're back. Okay, perfect. Lost it for a second, refresh. Awesome. So it looks like we're back. Cool. All right, let's see. Let's call Philip. Philip actually. Even the stream is scared. The stream is very scared at what's going on here right now.
You've reached the voicemail of Phil Moyer. I'm not able to take your call right now. Please leave your message at the tone. You've reached the voicemail of Phil Moyer.
All right, Phil Moyer. Doesn't sound like you want to pick up. All right. It's called Gene.
Please leave your message for.
Let's call back.
Please leave your message for.
All right, so we're not getting much contact. Let me see if I have a couple more numbers that I can call, guys. Yeah, it's strange today. I appreciate everyone for letting me know that you guys can still see me. Mateo said that's one of my leads. Hard to get him on the phone. Yeah, I mean, sometimes that happens. Hopefully, once I get everything set up on the back end like I had it, we were getting a lot more conversations because my lead manager was setting up calls for me. So I'm hoping by next Thursday that we can start doing that again, because the conversation was a lot higher. Excuse me. So I'm hoping to do that. But guys, what questions do you have before I jump off here? Let me know. I do have something that I got to get to here in about 20 minutes, but wanted to jump on here and do what we do on the Closers Lab. And again, I made an announcement. If you didn't hear the announcement, go back and watch the recording, and that way you can hear the announcement that I made. So for those of you that were on, if you did hear the announcement, shoot me a DM. Interested in the intensive. I think it's going to be really good for everybody. It's not for everyone. I'm not saying that y'all, just for you guys. I don't want everyone to sign up. I don't want 100 people to have my phone number. I don't want you guys to go and send me a DM. I don't want 100 people to have it or anything like that. It's going to be only for the Closers Lab community. And as well, I want to give those that have been the consistent viewers for the show, the Closers Lab, I'm going to invite you to my private Facebook group, because I'm going to start doing some things on there. I'm going to start releasing scripts, releasing objections. We're going to have some the daily lines, right? Lines that you can use for your sellers. So things like that. So that way you can use them. So send me a DM for both. Hey, Facebook group, or what is it called? And it'll take me a while, guys, to get back to you, but believe most of you know that I will get back to you. So don't expect an answer right away. But I'm looking forward to, for you guys that are interested in taking your game to the next level. That intensive is going to be really, really awesome. The stuff I have in there, I'm going to unload. I don't hold anything back. It's going to be something that I've never done before. I'm going to continue doing all the free stuff. I'm going to continue doing these calls. I'm going to continue doing the Zoom calls for you guys that are just starting out. But I'm going to, I want some of you guys to start taking your game to the next level, right? You could only stay in Pee Wee football for so long. You got to graduate to junior high football, and then to high school football, and then to college, and then the pros, right? You can't stay in Pee Wee football and crush it forever, right? You outgrow that. You get too big. You can't play with the little kindergartens. You can't play with the first graders no more. You got to start going up middle school. You got to start going to the next level. So as you grow, and like I said, it does take an investment in yourself. Remember that. Whether it's with me, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you have to invest in yourself. That way you continue to grow. I didn't get here to this level where I'm at because I watched YouTube videos all the time, right? At some point, I decided and I made a decision. I'm going to the next level and I'm going to invest in myself. And it cost me a lot more money than what I ever charged for anything, honestly. 100 times more, right? I've invested so much money and I want to give that back to you guys. This is what I do. You guys, again, I appreciate every single one of you. If you have any questions or anything about the 3-week intensive, send me shoot me a DM in my on my Instagram. I'm shooting to start July 6th. And I want to get all the information to you guys, the breakdown, everything that I talked about today. So guys, if there's no other questions that you guys have, definitely look out for the invite for the Facebook. I need you guys to send me a DM so I know that you're interested. It's not open for the public because I don't want to put stuff in there only for my supporters that watch the live show, the Closers Lab. Claudio's in there. A couple other guys that are, I think Ricardo's in that Facebook group. Carlos Sanchez that you guys saw, he's in there. Abraham, I don't know if you're in that Facebook group. Juan, I think is part of that. Sebastian, send me, might be, I don't remember. I got quite a bit of people in there already. So I want to invite you guys. Tabidi said, Mohammed Dalio said, first time catching the live. Awesome, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Too bad we couldn't talk to more people, bro. It would have been awesome. Tabidi says, thanks, Mass. I appreciate your time. For taking the time. 100%, bro. This is what I love doing. You guys know that I don't do this to show and talk about that I'm the best closer. That's not in my vocabulary. I show this because I have passion, and I do this because I want to show you guys that you can also have passion for sales. You can also have passion for talking to sellers, right? A lot of times we look at it in a negative way, but that's because we don't do the behaviors, and then our attitude behind not doing the behaviors sucks, right? Because you got to do the behaviors to have the right attitude to be able to deliver the techniques. So Keaton said, love the show, Max. Keep up the great work, bro. I appreciate it. Basically, I thank you. I couldn't do it without you guys' support. I really appreciate it. Steven said, I missed it. I'll watch it later. Are you going to Sharks event? Yes, I will be there. If you're here locally in Phoenix, come say hello. Next week, Friday, I will be in Houston, H-Town. So holler at me. Guys, share this stream, like, subscribe, hit the like button, guys. You guys all got to hit that like button, subscribe. Tag me on your stories, what the value you got out of it. That helps me out a lot. So that way I can help more people. I really appreciate every single one of you guys for taking the time being on here today. And I want to thank every single one of you. And I will talk to all of you guys later.
He's one of the greatest guys I've ever met. Huge inspiration. You know, the advice he gave me made me like $50,000 in 1 hour. A super fucking human. He just doesn't give up. He doesn't quit. He's one of the most well-known salespeople out there. Sales trainers in the fucking country. Very impressive guy. Give it up for my guy, Max Jimenez, baby.